Right, episode 8 or 7 now. I believe it's 8, or it could be 7, I'm not too sure. But we're in for a push day today. Now, I was meant to get a leg day out on, when was it? So it's Thursday. I had a rest day yesterday, Wednesday, so I was meant to get a leg day out on Tuesday. But essentially, halfway, we got into exercise 2, and essentially, the camera died. I wasn't in a good mood, and essentially, yeah, well, we're in exercise 2, the camera died. I was like, cool, I'll get a second battery out. And then I realised that I'd left the battery, or a second battery, at home, so I was like, well, brilliant. So kind of just, that realising I couldn't record the session and get a first leg day out kind of pissed me off a little bit, so kind of left it, and I was like, right, cool, I'll start a fresh episode and recording on today, which is today's push day. So agenda for today's push day: I just had meal 2. Well, I just haven't had meal 2. What time is it? It's 5. I had meal 2 at just after 3, so 3:15. So for meal 2 we had 40 grams of rice, 150 chicken, just some mixed veg, and then I've just had a couple of rice cakes, just some carbs, just some pre-gym carbs, and a rice pudding. So sounds like a lot, but if I took a picture of it, it's literally nothing. And obviously the calories are just completely clean, no fat at all in it. So just had that, which is good. So I've got a little bit of energy in me. Obviously, as I mentioned last time, the energy levels are starting to go down now. So we're what are we now? Middle, I think it's the 15th today. So we're officially, I believe, 4 weeks out now, or just over 4 weeks out. We're definitely under 5 weeks out now. So yeah, back to the agenda of today's push day. So we're going to go in there. I reckon we're going to start off with incline dumbbell chest press as our first movement, and then we'll do skull crushers, and then we'll go back to chest, and then do a few more triceps. But we'll go through each movement, and like always with sets, reps and everything, we'll go through all of that. I've got also a lot of cardio to do tonight, which I won't record, but I'll just do a little voiceover and see what I'm doing. And then got posing as well, a bit of posing practice. We'll get a pose down, post session pump check as well. I've also got that pump free I used on Mondays for Monday's upper session, which I'm going to use again today because that was unreal. It just made me look so much more fuller than I normally do. I did not look flat at all, which is awesome. So we'll get that in the system when we get there. And yeah, so what we'll do now is go to the gym, and we'll cut into the first movement when I've got everything set up. First movement of today. Very busy in here. I was literally standing still for 10 minutes because there was actually I was thinking of every exercise to do, and there wasn't a single nothing free, which is ridiculous. So I've had to wait 20 minutes ready for a bench, so it's fun. But anyway, got a bench now. So first movement on today, we're going to do not incline chest press as such. We're going to do, it's not flat, but it's one click up, so it's not on fully incline, which I kind of prefer. I didn't at the start, but as I've done it for a while now, I've kind of got used to it. So in terms of sets and reps though today, we're going to do 2 sets of 10 to 12, and then 1 set of 12 to 15. And the set of 12 to 15, what did we do last time for that? We did 48 kilograms last time, and then 2 sets of 11 on 50, which is pretty good. So we're going to go for, just to get a warm-up to start, and then we'll get the 48. Actually, we'll get a warm-up to start, and then we'll go straight to the 50s. and do our first working set. So we'll get a warm up on the go. We'll probably warm up with like, what's like a realistic weight to warm up on this? Probably we'll do 32s, just because that's the first one I saw. But we'll bash them out, just like some quick reps, just speed reps really, and we'll bash them out for that few reps. Just literally launched from there, but I realised the camera was there, so I don't want to be doing that. But so we'll warm up with 32s. Obviously felt alright, just to get the blood in the chest really. I think I've actually mentioned previously that at the start of this off season we were doing like 55s for 12, which was my top, which was one of my top working sets. But obviously now we're like 12 kilograms lighter. I'm struggling to even get the 50s up now, which is a bit frustrating, but we can still get at least 10 or 11 reps. I'm just gonna wait a second, I don't want to rush this workout. I'm so bored I play this now, but so we'll get these 50s up and see how they move. I always get so nervous doing the 50s when I'm this like light, just want to hit 12. I'm like, fuck. Let me just choose a good song and then we'll see how these 50s move, because I'm confident, but at the same time I have my doubts. Hang on a second here. Let's get a lift up on these. Let's get a push up on these, yeah. Let's just wrists or elbows. Just on the first rep, just push them up completely, and then I'll go from. Yep. So we got them for 11, which is alright. Didn't want 12 there, but So we kind of matched exactly what we did last time. So it's not overly bad. Obviously I kind of wanted 12, but I am happy that we at least matched it. We didn't get less reps, which is good. So what I'll do now is I'll do another set of them. So, and then a set of 12 to 15 on a bit lower weights, 2 more working sets. So we'll finish those 2 and then we'll move on to the next movement, which will be easy bar skull crushes actually, which I quite like. So we'll do it there next. Right, exercise number 2 now. So we've just done 3 working sets on incline chest press. So now we're going to do 3 sets of easy bar skull crushers. So we keep the bench on the same incline as I did the chest press. So just 1 click upwards, and then we will do what I've got on the bar at the moment is, including the bar itself, 44 kilograms, which I want to hit for 15, which we'll do twice. So we'll do 2 sets with 12 to 15, and then a third set of 10 to 12. But with that set, it's the same weight still, but because of the less reps, we're just going to hold it in the shortened position for like a split second and explode upwards. So the first set, 2 sets, are still like holding it for a little bit. We're just going to bash them out a little bit more, and then with the third set, so hold it just for a split second longer, just so we can feel the tension in the shortened position. So we'll get these up. I want 15 minimum, but we'll see how it goes. Happy with that. That felt quite nice actually. So we've got 15 there, which I'm happy with. I literally, after every set right now, I'm literally just making sure I'm just not chucking the weight right in front of me, because the last thing I want to do is hit this camera with me trying to get the weight away as soon as possible after a set. But that was 15, which I'm happy with. So we'll do 2 more working sets, 1 more set of 15, and then another set of 10 to 12. So we'll bash those 2 out now, and then we'll go into third movement, which will be a shoulder variation movement of some sort. But then it might be calf cable, lateral raises, or dumbbells, but we'll see what's free. But we'll move on to that next once I've done these 2. So we've just on to exercise number 3 now. So I've just done 1 working set on lateral raises, just so I can get the pump cover off. But in total we're going to do 3 sets. I've already done 1 set of 20 reps of 14, and then we'll do a second set of 10 to 12, and then 1 more set of 10 to 12 with a 30% drop. So we'll get these up to 12 to 18, so kind of confident. They felt right, to be fair. I would say there's 11 clean ones, and the 12th was a bit partial rep, but we'll take it. So we'll now do another set, 12 reps, but I'll drop it a little bit. I reckon we'll go to 16, and then we'll do a 30% drops with failure drop set on that, which will do like 12 reps. Sorry, no, 12 reps on about 12 kilograms. So we'll do 16s, and then we'll drop it to 12. So I'll bash that out, and then move on to tricep extensions, but it's free. So right, exercise number 4. Now we're going to do standing tricep extensions. Now on Monday I normally use the rope, but on today's push day we'll use the straight bar. So for this we do 3 working sets, first one being 12 to 15, and then we do 2 sets of 10 to 12, and on the third working set of 10 to 12, like the lateral raises, we do a 30% drop. So on this first set of 12 to 15, I normally do 54 kilograms, and then we kind of increase it. So I go and do then 59, then 64 is kind of the way that I'm doing at the moment on this machine. So what we'll do is we'll bash out 15 on this and see how this feels. It should be quite light, but we'll see. One more. That was a nice set, actually. That was a nice set of slow and controlled 15 reps. The last 3 reps was actually struggling a little bit, but still stayed with the form. So with this, normally I like to go like this. I can put your head forward like that, or to the side, depending. But I mostly like just to put it like over the bar, so you kind of like leaning over the bar slightly, but not obviously for your full fucking. You're not like this over the fucking bar like that. It's kind of like just that position and then down. So that's one set of that, and then we'll do 2 more sets, 10 to 12. Third set being a drop set, and then we'll move into single arm tricep extension. So we'll bash these 2 out, and then we'll go into that next on that. Right, second shoulder exercise of the session. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do single arm lateral cuff raises on the cables. Now for this one, it's kind of a weird how I do like a set, how it's all the sets laid out for this one. So we do 9 kilogram for 20 reps on each arm, and then we do 14 kilogram for a set of 12 to 15 on each arm, and then straight after we then do, well, no rest, complete no rest, straight to straight to 14 kilogram again, but just go to a failure. So we just basically do the second working set, and then no rest after, then straight onto that. Like a drop, it's not a drop set because it's the same weight, but straight onto that weight again, and you just rep them out until you just basically can't fucking move it anymore. So we'll get this first set in of, I could have been wrong on the reps actually, 20 sounds a bit high, I'm just going off my head, but we'll do, I think it was 12 to 15 and then 10 to 12 instead of 15 to 20 and 12 to 15, but so we'll do 12 to 15 because 20 sounds a bit high, but so we'll bash these out for 20. Should be easy, but it's not meant to be too heavy. This is just about fatiguing the muscle instead of going really heavy on this movement. So I did 20 there because 12 to 15 felt a bit like if I hit 15 I was like I can definitely do more to a failure there. So we did 20, so we did 20 the other side, and I'll move the camera so you can just see a different angle on me doing them. But with them, how I like to do them is I like to keep my arm dead straight. So instead of when you're doing that, having your elbow kind of bent, I just want to keep it completely straight so it completely isolates this. Because I find like if I'm doing, so I'll show you on here, so I find that if I'm doing it kind of bent like, so if I bend my arm like that, try to do that, I'm kind of using a bit of my back as well. So by keeping my elbow completely straight to my body, I'm literally lifting up and just completely just isolating the side delts on its own. So what we'll do is we'll hit the other side now, and I'll just move the camera so you can see a better angle. Me doing that. There you go, that's a lot better. Right, so we'll hit 20 reps again on 9 kilogram on this side. This side's a lot stronger than my other side. So just my arm completely straight throughout the whole set. That was good. So those last 4 reps there, I really felt it in. Really felt it in my delt, which was good. So what we'll do now is we'll bash out another working set, and as I said, we'll go then same weight to a failure after that. So I'll do that twice again on each arm. Sorry, once again on each arm, and then we'll move into single arm tricep extensions next, and that'll be our last tricep movement. And then at the end, I think we've got, I need to look at the plan actually, but I think we've got flies. hopefully standing flies. So we'll do them, and then we'll move into flies next, which should be good. Right, single tricep arm push downs. So essentially just a tricep push down, but each arm on its own. So I've already done one working set of 10 to 12, which should on 27. So we're gonna do two more working sets, again, to repeat of the first working set. So we'll do 10 to 12 on 27 again, and then we'll do a set of 12 to 15 on 23. So 3 working sets still, so there's no drop set on this one. So with this, what I like to do is use just a lifting strap. So lift strap like that, and then just the carabiner on the machine. Put the strap through the carabiner, hold the other end of the strap, kind of just push it down like that. Some people use like D handles, or they just hold the carabiner, but personally I just think I can get really good grip on the other end of the strap, which helps me pull it down. So we'll bash up 12 of these, and you can kind of see how I do it. Just kind of put my hand here, like a little forward stance, head forward a tad, and then just extend down like that. Then towards the end of the set, I like to put my hand here just to get more stability. As it gets a bit harder. And then one more. What is it? Okay, so I wasn't overly happy with that set. It's alright. So we'll do it again. So I'll just kind of switch sides. Just so you can kind of see me do the other arm. So I'm only going to count 11 on that set because that was quite poor. But we'll try and hit 12 on this side, but again, this is my weaker arm, so. Come on. One more, boys. Just really push this one out. Again, wasn't happy with that last rep. So I only count 11 for that because I just wasn't too happy with that. So, again, I'm not too sure. I literally don't know why, because I put stress on my front delt here, and then towards that end of the set, I'm kind of like struggling to get it down, but I got it in the end. So that's the 2 working sets done. Just got one more, 12 to 15. So I'll do that off camera, and I'll drop it down to 23 or 18, probably 23, because I want to get 15 reps in, considering we didn't hit like the top rep range for those 2 first working sets. So we'll hit third working set, 12 to 15, but I'll do 23 instead of 18, just so I'm able to get the reps in. So we'll hit that out, and then I think it's just one more exercise, which is flies. So that's definitely not going to be free, especially both at the same time. It's like fucking doing flies in this gym is like like a Hunger Game to fight for it, but we'll see. Get them done, so regardless of how long we have to wait, so we'll probably won't have a pump, but we'll still get it done. So I'll bash this out and then we'll move on to that. Right, penultimate exercise. We should be doing these last, but we're meant to be doing Smith incline now, but I'll kind of leave that to last, it's not free, so I just want to get these done. So, high to low flies now. Again, we're going to use the cuffs. Actually, what we'll do is, so the first set will be 25 reps, 20 to 25. So we'll slap it on 14 kilograms, I reckon, just this first working set. And then, again, like the flies, we'll just use the cuffs. And then it's two more working sets of 12 to 15. So it's quite a lot of reps, but it's not that heavy of a weight. So bash these out. Feel quite nice actually. That feels really nice, the contraction so controlled on them actually. I really like that. Squeeze at the end there. Nice. Right. That was a nice set that. So just while I'm resting in between, with these two other sets now, I'll probably bash it up to, that felt quite light actually, so we'll, next one up 17, so I reckon we can do 19 and a half for at least 12, if not more. So we'll slap it on 19 and try and bash out 15 reps on that. But the reason I do it, well, I like to do it kneeling down. So on Monday's day, I'll do them on like a vertical bench, and I'll just do vertical sit down flies, vertical. But on this day, I'll do this is a high to low variation. So obviously you'll whack up to the top, and then I'll use the cuffs for every single fly exercise. Now I used to use D handles, but kind of moved over to cuffs now. So we'll whack it on that, and then try and get at least 13 on this, but we'll see. We'll see how it moves. of difference in this, boys. This is a lot harder. Oh, that's 2 more. Come on. Oh, fuck. That was a fucking 6 set. Those last 2 reps were fucking painful, but that's what we want. Okay, so that was second set. That was a good set. One negative thing about this though is it fucks up your upper forearms. The Velcro just fucks it. But it's worth it with the stability you get instead of using the D handles. So I don't want to do that again because I'm just completely fatigued my chest out. So we'll do one more set of 12 to 15 on 17 and a half. So we'll bash that out now and then we'll move on to the last exercise. It's not free at the moment, so maybe not, but incline Smith machine. So we'll bash this out and then we'll move on to that next as our final movement. Right, so just a little voiceover as I've done for the past videos, just for this section. So every video we're just going to obviously do a few rounds of the full men's physique poses and the 2 stages. So just so you can see my progress with each session and how my pose. I wasn't too happy with that quarter turn there, but should have been turned slightly more to the left. But I think my back poses are getting a little bit better. Still need my shoulders at the top still need to be level. We go into the quarter turn on the other side. I'm happier with this quarter turn than I am on the other one. And then we go back into the front. So I'm happy with my front pose now. My lat on my right side needs to show a bit more. But other than that, I'm happy. And then into the front double bi onto like the second stage. So what I've done with my front double bi now is I kind of like twist my wrists backwards and my elbows forward, so my biceps are more pronounced. I'm happy with these as well. Again, I feel like I'm a bit straight on the core, but rear double bi though I'm really happy with. Really happy with. I'm so much more happy with rear double bi than I am the first back pose. Much prefer that. I'm not using the wrong hand anymore for this quarter turn, showing obliques to the other side, which is good. Again, happy with this. And then front abdominals. So that round was okay. I mean, in terms of obviously transitions need working on still, blah blah. But again, I was going to do a second round here. So front pose. For some reason, I always look on my quarter turn on my front section. Sorry, the front stage, or first stage, and my quarter turn on the second stage. They always look better when they're to the right, or my right. And yeah, I don't know why. I'm not overly happy with this pose. I don't know why. I just feel like, I don't know. Yeah, so I'm happy with my quarter turn when it's to this side instead of the other. But as of recording this video, I'm 80, as of yesterday. So the day of this session, I was 80 kilograms fasted in the morning. 80 kilograms on the dot. So we're literally so close to getting below 80, which is good and bad. Good for the show, bad for my energy levels and strength levels in these sessions. But hopefully after prep and after my show, these videos in terms of energy levels and me lifting more weight and being more enthusiastic during the sessions. That all that should get a lot better when I'm on a lot more food, which is good because then the videos will be better. I'm really happy with this quarter turn though, as I said previously. But yeah, overall happy. It's just a few tweaks here and there, and the transitions are a bit slow and robotic, but we'll get there. Hopefully it'll all come together on show day whenever all the elements are in place. So yeah, very good session.